I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Alright, we're in the lab today and we're gonna find out, is this the baddest, most powerful 5-channel amp on the market? I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Let's check it out. So I went on Crutchfield to kind of see what other stuff out there in the market is comparable to this stuff. So at $849 for the MTX, we've got a Rockford, got a JL, and an Alpine. I'm going to say these are big direct competitors, and obviously there's lower line companies and stuff out there that make stuff, and we've tested some of that stuff, but again, $849. This thing's rated 100 times 4 and 800 times 1. None of these other ones for more or even reasonably close to the price even come close. The Rockford price is pretty comparable, but it's only 500 watts on the sub channel, and I'm pretty sure that this MTX puts out more power than what it even says it is, and I doubt that the rest of these are even as underrated as the MTX. So we're gonna throw this thing on the dyno and we're gonna see what this thing can do. We are running 4 ohms. This is the front channels. This is each channel. Let's see what this thing does. Looks like we got 143 watts. All right, same test. This time 2 ohms, front channels, all channels driven. Let's see what we can do. Looks like we got 238 watts. So we got the subwoofer channel hooked up to 2 ohms because nobody cares about 4 ohms. No one's going to run this thing at 4 ohms. Okay. We got it charged up to 14.4 volts. We'll see how much voltage we can actually hold. 2 ohm test. All channels driven, including the front. So let's see what this thing will do. Looks like we got 649 watts. Wow, that's impressive. All right, this isn't a test that I always do, but this is going to be a 40 hertz pulse track. So this is going to see how much dynamic power this thing actually does. So let's give it a whirl. Okay, we got 836 watts, 2 ohms, and we were able to keep about 14 volts. All right, so we got the subwoofer channel wired down to 1 ohm. Let's see what she'll do. We got 942 watts, and I think we're about 13.2 volts. All right, we're gonna try the subwoofer at 1 ohm, dynamic burst, 40 hertz. See what this thing will do. Wow. We got 1,441 watts. That's pretty damn impressive. So awesome, man. All right, so we got this thing off the dyno, and I'm totally impressed. This thing really killed it. So let's take a look at the numbers and let's go over what we found. So here's our rated power, and this thing is severely underrated, okay? Here's the burst sheet tested by MTX Power. And I'm going to say that their burst sheet seems to be more in line with what my dynamic power was. And I probably should have dynamic tested the front channels. But as you can see, you know, this thing's making, you know, 30-40%, you know, over rated power. And I mean, this is amazing. So if you guys want to take a look at this numbers, and you know, this is the baddest 5-channel amp, I should say, on the market. And you know, I showed you some other comparable, you know, amplifiers in the same market. And for the money, you know, I really don't think you can touch this thing. We did a sound demo with some other MTX speakers and gear, and this amp sounds really good. But where it really shines is on power output. So if you're looking for something that really puts out the power, you know, this amp in its compact size is the way to go. So this thing's awesome. We love it. You know, it's got some great features on it. It's got the Tiffany style RCAs, which are always welcome. It's got 0 gauge power. And the only downfall is I'm going to say that these speaker connectors, especially on really just the subwoofer ones, are a little bit on the small side. But anyways, listen, thanks for watching. Thanks to MTX, and you know, pick yourself up one of these things. And you know, again, you know, their subwoofers in their new Thunder series are just really killer too. So, you know, we're going to be using this stuff in a build, and we've got some videos on that, and some of those are already out. So watch for those, check those things out, and we'll catch you guys next time.